I'm going to have to shut you up there. We will come to those issues. We will come to those issues. I think you're getting a flavour of what the next 45 minutes is going to be like. We're going to... With such huge stakes in Brexit, social care, education, housing, and just how much all of that will cost, there are big choices to make. Tonight's debate is for the marginal... Yes, welcome to the programme. I'm Peg Alexander. Now, this is the second of our special election debates here on Made in Leeds. After the shocking events in London this weekend, campaigning is back underway today as the parties enter their final week of activity. Nationally, the battle is about whether Theresa May goes back to Downing Street or Jeremy Corbyn gets the keys. In Morley and Atwood is the same Conservative Labour battle. Just a few hundred votes divided the parties 2 years ago. Neil Dawson is the Labour candidate. He's lived in Morley and been active in the community for 33 years. He's a city and town councillor. He wants to reverse the proposed funding cuts to local schools as every child matters. Andrea Jenkins for the Conservatives lives in Gilderson with her baby son. And what about yourself, John, for the Liberal Democrats? What if Hannah's here, what do you say to her?
Well, for me, I think one of the most important things is...
We're going to move to a question now from Betty. I want you to watch this. This is quite moving. I will warn you, this question.
I'm Betty from Robert 7. I've worked hard all my life and I'm out of London. I can't pass it on to my grandchildren.
Do you know, that's Betty there, and that brought tears to my eyes just seeing her there. So I think there's kind of two issues in that. There's obviously the questions about inheritance tax, but given where the campaign has gone so far and the whole question around social care and funding of social care, that is so emotional from Betty there. I've worked all my life and I can't leave my house to my grandchildren. So Neil, let me come to you first.
Well, I think Betty was...
I don't think there is. We did not vote to treble them.
Yeah, you introduced them in the first place, so now you want to scrap them.
Yeah, is that not a bit of a problem for you, Fabian?
No, why is it a problem?
That might be about Jeremy Corbyn, because obviously lots of people do have concerns. Because you resigned yourself from the Shadow Cabinet, didn't you?
I resigned from the...
You know, in the long-term future of what we can invest.
That's a fair comment, isn't it, Neil? Because although your manifesto is costed,
yes,
which fair enough, the Conservative one isn't, but some people say your tax assumptions are more than a little optimistic. A common framework between local authorities and devolved power. It sounds like Theresa May's dropped Northern Powerhouse.
We need
so
fewer
elected
representatives.
Deal, then? Come on, Ryan,
because the parties today, they haven't bound their heads together and got on with it. We need to have a sensible conversation, all of us, in local government.
I think they'd say they've been trying to have one for ages, the central government.
In the new
manifesto, which people are beginning to like.
All right, it's not going to
and whether other parties from wherever they are want to debate, want to support that.
Okay, so that's fine. I don't think you'll give us an answer on that one. We have got a comment from Amanda on Facebook. Amanda's been in touch. Thank you, Amanda. She says, May keeps talking about no deal being better than a bad deal, but no deal will take us into tariffs and the economy will tank. I mean, Andrea, that's a very real question. I understand 14,000 lorries go through out of our ports every day. A lot of them with fresh food, with other produce. If each of those has to be searched and each of them to go through to make sure that the right tariffs are put on the items that, you know, what happens to our economy? I am going to move us very quickly to another question now. This one came from... Yes, welcome back to Decision Made, the result reviewed. We're live over the course of this hour, picking apart the political changes of the last week, month and even year, and what changes they have been. Honestly, never has the statement, a week is a long time in politics, been more true than at the moment, blimey. Do you think it is, do you then say it is bad for democracy to have the dominance of the two main parties again? Or actually, is it good for democracy? Because for the first time, for a very long time, we actually have an alternative between those two. There is a clear choice between those two. Let me just, for both of you, get an idea of where you think we are on devolution. Come on, spill the beans. I'll start with you then, Matt.
For a while, but then
Isn't that an irony, though, that we hear, well, the big parties, the two big parties, like first past the post because it's supposed to deliver a majority government, but the last three elections, it's only done it once. We were told there was no magic money tree. We were told that coalition would bring chaos. And then all of a sudden, this money, £1 billion, has been found.
Leeds' debt is 1.6 billion. And look at now, you could, if you sold all the assets of Leeds...
1.6 billion, isn't that the same amount? Perfect. If we compare that money for the DUP deal, that was going to be an extra 1.6 billion,
asking the DUP to bail us out.
So there you go, that's answered the problem.
But you know, it's actually
for some
Leeds. And frankly, the way this is all going, who knows what me and Joe and my guest here will be talking about next week. We have absolutely no idea. But for now, from me and the On The Air team, thanks very much for watching.